Every once in a while you say you can't keep going, and guess what you do? Every day you just keep going. I was having pain in my lower left part of my neck. And we originally were thinking thyroid cancer. So I went through imaging for that test. Nothing was found. And they're like, well, do you think you can just stick the pain out? We'll see if it goes away. And I was like, I don't really think so, because the pain was progressively getting worse as the month was going on. So they finally did a CT at the end of September. And it was like 10 o'clock at night was when they could squeeze me in. And so the next morning by 8:30, I had a phone call and a diagnosis that it was Takayasu's, that it was really serious. I needed to get in for more complete MRIs to make sure that it wasn't an aneurysm and that it was stable enough. And from there, it was just a whirlwind of doctors and specialists and surgeons. And it's affected me physically quite a bit. The first 6 months, I spent a lot of time laying on the couch, not being able to move, not being able to stand. I have to really use a walker or a wheelchair if I'm out for extended periods of time. So it's really affected how I can interact with my kids and the things that we've been able to do. We've had to completely shift from being pretty active. I would never say I'm a runner. We didn't do marathons together, but we go hiking, and so we've shifted a lot more to, we go to the movies a lot, which is never a thing that we had really done before. We go to museums that are handicapped accessible, but I think it's honestly been for the best. The kids have learned to be incredibly independent now. Also super compassionate. I mean, obviously it's very hard. It's hard to watch your mom suffer. It's hard for me to not be able to be the parent that I want to be, do the things that I've always thought that we were all going to do. But in a lot of ways, it's brought us together. The Vasculitis Foundation has created such an awesome community that we can communicate with each other and pull resources and share information. The research projects I have brought to my doctor many times. It has actually dictated a lot of my treatment. Medications that we've tried, I was actually able to get into the National Institute of Health's research project on Takayasu's, which also in some ways has saved my life. My husband has benefited from the support groups for caregivers and caregiver webinars. Vasculitis Foundation is just so broad. Also, their Facebook group, support group, has been awesome. So I was like, I definitely want to reach out and talk to other people who are experiencing similar things. So I joined the support group and I loved it. I made so many friends there and I gained so much insight. It's been so amazing. They're so supportive. We all check in on each other. I have been going through 2.5 years of treatment and nothing really is working. And I feel really burned out right now with the whole thing. And I said, I just don't think I can keep going. And they're like, Annaruth, you say this every once in a while, you say you can't keep going. And guess what you do? Every day you just keep going. I think about Finding Nemo often and Dory, and she's like, just keep swimming. And oftentimes that's it, just keep moving forward, because it feels real. Some days it feels really impossible to move physically, let alone mentally deal with the load of this disease. But I find if I just get up, I get out of bed, and then I just take a shower, and then I just drink my coffee, and I just do these things, eventually I get through the day, and at the end of the day I'm like, you know what, I was here, I did these things, I'm still here, and I'm gonna keep going. It's hard. Everybody, your journey is going to be different than everybody else's. I know for me, I have a friend that also has Takayasu's, and we've had similar progression, we've had similar treatment, and they are running 5Ks and I'm still struggling to get up steps. So, it's not a comparison game. So don't think about what anybody else is doing or where you should be at. My advice would be just keep going. Even when it's hard, just find one thing to do and do that, and then find another and just keep moving forward.